As we wrap up Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, a Greensboro mother is promoting the inclusion of people of all abilities. Despite a rare genetic disorder, her son has been able to live beyond his life expectancy. She hopes her children's book will provide greater awareness of the disease and some of the challenges people with disabilities face.
He's just done any and everything he could try to do.
Khye Jessup of Greensboro may weigh under 45 pounds.
I make his legs move and everything just so he can make it to first base.
And stand at just 3 feet tall.
This is when I started kind of helping him and helping him here.
But that doesn't stop him from doing what he enjoys most.
Especially when I talk to children, because I like to talk to children and explain about disabilities and talk about Khye. And I'll ask them, do you think Khye can play football? And they're like, no. And then when I say, well, he does. He plays football and basketball and baseball. They're like, really? For real? There's some eyes.
At 2 years old, doctors diagnosed Khye with Hunter syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that has taken his ability to walk, talk, and eat on his own.
20-something years he's been playing baseball now.
His mother, Shelley Mason, says doctors told her he wouldn't live past 10 years old.
He'll be 26 in May, so he's done a lot better than what anybody expected.
We first introduced you to Khye in 2017 when he crossed the stage and graduated from Ragsdale High School.
Get your little water in your system.
Though Khye has accomplished what doctors didn't think was possible, Mason says it wasn't easy.
It was always, difficult for him to have friends, and I see that with a lot of children with different disabilities, even children that have way more skills than him. It's difficult to develop that friendship. He looks a little different, but in some ways we are the same.
Khye's desire for friendship inspired Mason to write her children's book. There's a little boy in my class, but I don't know his name. The book tells the story of a little boy who goes from being curious about the little boy in his class that seems different to the two becoming friends.
A lot of times in the school systems, these children are in separate classrooms, or you might see them here and there, but nobody takes the time to learn their names. They just know them as the child with autism, or the child in a wheelchair, the child that's blind, because I really want to focus on, let's get to know their name and identify them as a human, not just by their disability.
Since the release of her book in 2021, Mason has read to students at summer camps, schools, and churches across the country.
One time I went to a summer camp, and at the end I was signing all the books for the kids, and this little girl said, can you put your phone number in the book? And I was like, you want my phone number? What do you want with my phone number? She's like, so I can call Khye and have a play date. And it just touched my heart. He has 2 hands, 2 feet, and 2 eyes like me.
Khye may not be able to verbally speak for himself, but with each page turned, his mission to educate and promote inclusion continues to be heard.
We're going to keep living. I'm going to keep making sure Khye is doing as much as possible. For as long as he's alive and his eyes are opening, we're going to be getting out into the community.
For more details on where you can grab a copy of Mason's book, just look for this story on our website. And I have 2 copies of the book right in front of me here. This is the hardcover version, and then right here we have the paperback version. So the paperback version just came in a couple days ago, so it has a new cover, and then this was the original book cover as well.
That's great. I love when there are different things that make sure to include everybody.
Yes.
I liked when Dolls came out with dolls that looked different than other kids and just had different abilities. One thing that I really liked about what she said is the importance of not using a disability or something to define a person. My sister works with a lot of kids who have disabilities, and the one thing that I took away from what she has learned in her short time in that field is that you shouldn't refer to someone, like if someone has autism, you shouldn't refer to the person as this is an autistic child.
Yes.
It is a child who is on the autism spectrum.
Absolutely.
It is not a blind person. It is a person who has a vision impairment. So you don't start with their disability, you talk about the person and then say that they have this disability.
Absolutely, and that's why it's so important to start that at a young age. This book here, it's more of a preschool level book. There's rhyming in it, so it's just an easy way to teach children, because let's be honest, we've all been guilty of staring at somebody that looks a little different than us and going, or maybe feeling uncomfortable to approach them. So I think that this is such an important tool that not only children, but adults ourselves can take away from.
That's true, and you know, when you are a child or you're in school setting, you know, this is educational, right? Whether you have students like that in your class already, or maybe you don't yet, you will eventually, and that's going to help you be a better person, a better friend to them. And this is just such a professional looking
Yes.
book, by the way.
Great.
I mean, it looks like $1 million.
Yeah, she actually started writing a couple children's books during the pandemic, so she has like a few others, but I mean the pictures are just gorgeous, very beautiful. I don't know if we could get a tight shot of some of them. And the little boy that's in the wheelchair, he has a name tag that says Khye, so there's Khye featured in the book there. But just a great book. And again, I do have all this information on the web story that I did for this story if you're interested in getting a copy of this book.
Great stuff.
Yeah, that's great.